John Taylor Gatto is an American author and former schoolteacher who taught in the classroom for nearly 30 years. He devoted much of his energy to his teaching career, then, following his resignation, authored several books on modern education, criticizing its ideology, history, and consequences. He is best known for the underground classic Dumbing Us Down, The Hidden Curriculum of Compulsory Schooling, and The Underground History of American Education, a schoolteacher's intimate investigation into the problem of modern schooling, which is sometimes considered to be his magnum opus. He was named New York City Teacher of the Year in 1989, 1990, and 1991, and New York State Teacher of the Year in 1991. Biography. Gatto was born in the Pittsburgh area steel town of Monongahela, Pennsylvania. In his youth he attended public schools throughout the Pittsburgh metro area including Swissvale, Monongahela, a Union town, as well as a Catholic boarding school in Latrobe. He did undergraduate work at Cornell, the University of Pittsburgh, and Columbia, then served in the U.S. Army Medical Corps at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Following Army service he did graduate work at the City University of New York, Hunter College, Yeshiva University, the University of California, Berkeley, and Cornell. He worked as a writer and held several odd jobs before borrowing his roommate's license to investigate teaching. Gatto also ran for the New York State Senate, 29th District in 1985 and 1988 as a member of the Conservative Party of New York against incumbent David Paterson. He was named New York City Teacher of the Year in 1989, 1990, and 1991, and New York State Teacher of the Year in 1991. In 1991, he wrote a letter announcing his retirement, titled "I Quit, I Think," to the op-ed pages of the Wall Street Journal, saying that he no longer wished to hurt kids to make a living. Quote, he then began a public speaking and writing career, and has received several awards from libertarian organizations, including the Alexis de Tocqueville Award for Excellence in Advancement of Educational Freedom in 1997. He promotes homeschooling, and specifically unschooling and open-source learning. Wade A. Carpenter, Associate Professor of Education at Berry College, has called his books scathing and one-sided and hyperbolic, not inaccurate, and describes himself as in agreement with Gatto. Gatto is currently working on a 3-part documentary about compulsory schooling, titled The Fourth Purpose. He says he was inspired by Ken Burns's Civil War. In 2011, Gatto had 2 major strokes. The stroke occurred after he completed the filming of The Ultimate History Lesson, A Weekend with John Taylor Gatto, which was released in early 2012 by Tragedy and Hope Communications. Main thesis. Gatto asserts the following regarding what school does to children in Dumbing Us Down. It confuses the students. It presents an incoherent ensemble of information that the child needs to memorize to stay in school. Apart from the tests and trials, this programming is similar to the television. It fills almost all the free time of children. One season hears something only to forget it again. It teaches them to accept their class affiliation. It makes them indifferent. It makes them emotionally dependent. It makes them intellectually dependent. It teaches them a kind of self-confidence that requires constant confirmation by experts. It makes it clear to them that they cannot hide, because they are always supervised. He also draws a contrast between communities and networks, with the former being healthy, and schools being examples of the latter. He says networks have become an unhealthy substitute for community in the United States. Bibliography. Dumbing Us Down, The Hidden Curriculum of Compulsory Schooling. The Exhausted School, A Different Kind of Teacher, Solving the Crisis of American Schooling. ISBN 1893163210. The Underground History of American Education. Against School. Weapons of Mass Instruction, of Schoolteacher's Journey Through the Dark World of Compulsory Schooling. ISBN 0865716315. Filmography. The Ultimate History Lesson, A Weekend with John Taylor Gatto. Interview. Thrive. Appearance. Human Resources Documentary. Appearance.